Welcome back, everyone. It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So I always wanted to do this, and of course this is the only way I can do this is by positioning the helicopter on top of Mount Everest. And I want to land on top of the Mount Everest, and then I want to walk on Mount Everest. And that's one of the unique, cool features that you can do with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is you can actually walk on top of Mount Everest. We are doing this on the Xbox Series X, recorded in native 4K high dynamic range. I want to bring you more native 4K HDR content, to feed your 4K HDR this holiday season. Television, because I know everyone has 4K HDR OLED televisions, and trust me, this will look much, much better once it's processed on the YouTube in 4K HDR on your television. Do not watch this on your tablet, on your phone, or on your computer. Please do watch this on your television, 4K HDR television with a YouTube app that supports 4K HDR, because that's what this video is meant to be. It's for your 4K HDR television. All right, so let's go ahead and let's do this. This will be interesting. This will be quite interesting to see. Let's see. So that's the Mount Everest. Here we are. We're on top of it. This is in real time right now. I'm ready to fly, am I? Okay, we need to land safely first. I do want to change the time. I want to be more sunny. Yeah. You know what I mean? I want this to be a more sunny experience. Okay, let's bring that down like that. All right, let's go ahead and let's land. This is Mount Everest. All right, let's I need to find a place to land here. We'll have to walk, but that's fine. We're gonna land over here on the base camp, and then we're going to walk. Okay? Come on, come on. I don't know how well this is going to work. Let's see what I can do. You have to remember, this is a very high altitude. Even for this helicopter, it's a challenge, so I'm gonna see what I can do here. Okay, and then we're going to walk. Come on, come on. We might have to land over here, guys. Unfortunately. I don't even know if this is even possible, but look, I'm... Because I don't know if this helicopter can take this altitude. Listen, I'm just gonna walk. If I can. Jesus, this is much more difficult than I thought. Let's just see if we can park over here. Oh God. Oh my Lord. We'll have to do this on foot. Alright, just fine. Fine. Just exit, man. We'll have to do this on foot, guys. This looks pretty good in 4K HDR on Xbox Series X, I have to say. Very impressive. Alright, so that's Mount Everest over there. That's Mount Lutus, and then Mount Everest over there. Alright, we got to get to that camp. Alright, so we're doing this for real. We're doing this for real. And we're doing this in 4K HDR to give you the best possible quality detail. Please keep in mind, to take the advantage of HDR, you need to have a HDR capable YouTube app. Like I said, if you have Amazon Fire TV stick, if you have a NVIDIA Shield or Chromecast, those YouTube apps will work with HDR on your television. You just have to enable the HDR, okay, and it should work. Because I want you to see this in a 4K HDR on a television. I don't want you to watch this on the phone or tablet. I really want you to experience this like in a 4K HDR OLED TV or QLED OLED TV, what have you. That's why I'm recording this in 4K HDR. So this is one of the unique things that you can do in this game. There's endless of possibilities, right? Now you just created a most realistic Mount Everest simulator. And you can do this in VR, right? You can also do this in VR. And that's pretty awesome. So just imagine the possibilities that you can do now with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. It's not just a flight simulator where you're just flying, sure. That's what you do most of the time. But it's also more than that. All right, it's also more than that. You can do this. You could have a party chat, dude. You could have like you could have a campfire right here on the Mount Everest and have like a party chat and have like a get together party chat, right? For Thanksgiving, right? So there's so much to do here. And here we are. We're actually climbing to Mount Everest. We're doing exactly the way the climbers are doing it. This might be a long video, man. This could turn out to be the longest video ever by the time I get there. So obviously we're cheating here. You know, it's much more difficult to climb up. Obviously, we're not doing it justice here. But I think it's pretty cool that you can do this on this game. I find it very fascinating that you have these unlimited options of freedom, right? You can go to the center of Antarctica and just walk around, right? There's not a place on this planet that you can't land and walk around. It just really gives you a perspective, just like how difficult it is to climb this mountain, man. Even though I know this is a simulation, this is something that's synchronized through satellite imagery and you know, satellite geography and all that, and it's being implemented here, but it still gives you some good idea and scope of like just how difficult it is to climb this mountain, man. Many have tried, many have died, and the thing is, when you die here, they can't pick you up, dude. Like you're buried here. This is your graveyard. This is where you die. You know, and there's still skeletons. There's still bodies there. They cannot be recovered. So, yeah, Mount Everest. It's certainly one of those mountains that, you know, I was watching documentaries and you know, some of the climbers whose friends have died up there, and they said, you know, they died for what they love. You know, they died for what they believed in, and they died where they felt they belong. Mount Everest. It's almost becoming like a spiritual a mountain now, honestly, because of so many, you know, deaths that happened there. And again, people need to understand. Every single one of these climbers that went up there knowingly, both men and women, knowing that there's a pretty good chance that they might not come back, but they were willing to take that risk. They were willing to take that chance. So that's what they did. All right, so I'm like falling into the mountain here. I just want to see if I can get to the top of the mountain. This is going to take a long time, man. Look, there's Mount Everest over there. I think we're doing this for real, dude. Oh my God, man. This video will be drinking a lot of gigabytes on my hard drive. And I'm recording this in 4K HDR because this is the way it should be experienced. And just look how difficult it is to get to that Mount Everest, man. You got to go through all these other, you know, mountains before you got to get to the Mount Lahus. And then from there, dude, you got to go to the Everest. Damn, man. I hope that this gives you a better idea and a scope just how difficult, man, how almost near impossible it is to like, you know, sure, many have, sure, there's been people, you know, they have successfully got to the top of the Mount Everest, sure, but even they say it's like, dude, it's an experience. I'm not advising anybody to go on climbing to the Mount Everest. You know, it's a risk, you know, a risk that only you should decide on your own to go up there. But this is giving me some good idea, just like, and then we look, we're just using a simulation. Like, this is, of course, in real life. much more difficult, slippery slope, and lack of oxygen, you know, exhaustion. And there's the Mount Everest right there. That's the Mount Lahus. I don't know how you pronounce that. Mount Lahus. Wow. You know, I thought about making this video because I was thinking, what can I make that you haven't seen before? I don't want to make the same old videos about the same old, right? That I have already made. I felt like I need to create a video that you guys will appreciate, and you will appreciate it in a 4K HDR through my commentary here as we are climbing up to the Mount Everest. And here we are. Microsoft Flight Simulator turned into a Mount Everest simulator now. Mount Everest simulator. And what's so unique about this is really what you would see. This is not like some bogus, fake, phony version of Mount Everest in Himalayas. This is actually really the mountains that you would see. This is exactly what you would see as you are climbing to the Mount Everest. And how many thousands of feet? Is it 29,000 feet? Think about it. 29,000. Is it 29,000 feet? All right. All right. Here we go. Oh my God. This is crazy. This is just getting to the Mount Lahut. It's an undertaking. Imagine me now going all the way down to Mount Everest. Oh man, this is crazy, dude. Obviously, we're cheating here, sure. But, you know. It is amazing. It is amazing, dude. Here we go. Mount Everest, man. And look at this ice, bro. Look at all this ice that's surrounding it, man. Obviously, we're cheating here. We're making this easy, but obviously, in real life, man, I can only imagine. All right, there's the Mount Everest. All right. Mount Everest base camp. That's the base camp over there. Oh my God. We didn't even get to the base camp. And I tried to get to the base camp with a helicopter, dude. It's just impossible. Like, my helicopter cannot get to that altitude, bro. It's just having a difficult time. And that's one of the reasons why they can't, you know, retrieve those bodies, because the helicopters simply cannot hold that altitude. Could they create some sort of a vehicle, aerial aerial vehicle that could withstand. I mean, yeah, they could, but you got to remember, that costs money, and anything that costs money, and if it's not profitable, don't expect them to do it. So this is the Mount Everest base camp right over here. Look at this thing, man. Look at this beast. Just looking at it just looks intimidating. This whole place is just intimidating, dude. Just being here, it's intimidating, let alone, climbing out to the top of the Mount Everest. It's such a, ragged, slippery slope. Ragged, slippery slope, rough around the edges. Place where you can easily fall, you can easily slip, you can easily hurt yourself, you can easily die, you can easily run out of oxygen. I mean, it's just an unforgiving place. Oh my God. Oh man, this is crazy. Oh my God. I wish that I could just, But I'm glad that I'm doing this. I'm glad that I'm making this video, because it just gives you a perspective on just how difficult, man, it is. Just gives you an idea. Like, this is why this Mount Everest at 29,000 feet, it's so hard and difficult to climb. Let me just change the weather. Hold on. I want to close this really quick. See if I can close it or not. Nah, it won't let me close it. That's fine. It's stuck there. But hey, look. There you have it, man. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I have turned it into Mount Everest simulator, man. There it is. And I just, this idea just came to me, and I was like, like, wouldn't it be cool if I just, try to walk and climb the Mount Everest with you guys in 4K HDR. And I know I'm eating up my hard drive space for this, but I think it's worth it, because it's honestly, this will look really good in 4K HDR. And I was like, the only way for me to do this, it has to be, okay, if I'm going to do this on Xbox Series X, I have to record this in 4K HDR. Like, I can't see myself doing it any other way. So this is the base camp right here. This is where they're like prepared to go and climb. And even on this base camp, there's been, casualties where a storm would move in and hypothermia and so many things, dude. I mean, so, Mount Everest is the world's tallest mountain in the world. And it's unforgiving. It's unforgiving for a reason, because it's so difficult, man. And of course, we're using a digital software to simulate this, but in real life, man, Imagine with like a harsh conditions of snowstorm and freezing temperature and ice. We're not even taking that in consideration, right? All of these harsh conditions surrounding the Mount Everest, right? Which makes it even more difficult, near impossible to get up there. And even here, and I know this is a digital software, but even with this digital software, it's giving me some idea where I'm like, whoa, dude. It's just giving me like a pretty good idea. Like, wow, this is exactly. I mean, look, my hat's off to those who have actually got up there on the top. You know, those individuals are the most courageous, strong, physically and mentally courageous individuals that exists out there. Because you really have to be built for this, man. You have to be both physically and mentally. You have to be just built for this. You know, it's not just a physical aspect of it, it's also a psychological aspect of it, you know. Because all these thoughts goes through your head and you're thinking, am I going to survive this? What are my chances here? Right? So what a great video for Thanksgiving, right? To watch Mr. 4K climb up to the top of the Mount Everest in native 4K HDR. Now, I know this is being upscaled to 4K and HDR. It's implemented through Xbox Series X. But this upscale to 4K, me recording natively in 4K with HDR with the highest possible bitrate, it's going to give you a tremendous detail. And the only way you'll be able to see this detail, it's on your television. So that's why I keep telling everybody, you know, please do me a favor. If you're going to watch this video, please, if you can, even if you can't, that's understandable, but if you can, watch it on your television, because it's the only way that you will appreciate this. It's on your television. There's the Mount Everest over there. Oh my God, man. And you can see the stars, dude. The sky's getting darker. It's not getting bluish anymore. Because we're getting so close to Mount. And just look at this. Just look behind you, dude. Just look behind you. Look at this, man. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're almost there, man. We're getting to the Mount Everest. I told you this video is going to be half an hour because there's just simply no way to land on top of the mountain unless you parachute or something. If they let you parachute, right? But you have to land with a helicopter to the nearest base camp, which is that mountain over there. This one right here. I forgot the name of it. Like, you have to land over here and then walk your way all the way up here. There's Mount Everest over here. Mount Everest. Even my character, dude, it's like the oxygen, right? That's the biggest problem. That's why they die, man. There's a lack of oxygen and hyperthermia, sure. Oh man, here we go. Now imagine also this. Imagine this. You can do this in VR. Don't forget, you can put on a VR headset and do this. You can also do this in VR, so there's that. Oh my God, guys. Are we going to make it to the Mount Everest? Yes. So you can have like a Mount Everest VR experience here. So Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, like, so this is the difference, you know. People ask me, well, what is the difference between 2020 and 2024? Well, the features that are available and the accessibility and the things that you can do. Sure, graphics as well. So there's a lot of differences here. I mean, make no mistake. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is different than 2020 because the main aspect of 2020 was to fly, just to fly around the world. Yes, you can land a plane anywhere you want to land if you can, but this is the most advanced version of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Dude, look at this, 29,000 feet. Yeah, that's the Mount Lahutz. I think that's how you pronounce it, Mount Lahutz. I figured I give you a really good video for Thanksgiving, something for you to watch when you finish eating your turkey, you know, or whatever you eat, you know, hamburgers, hot dogs, what have you, mashed potatoes. I don't know. I think this will be a great video for you to enjoy on a big screen. I know my friend Savage with his 100-inch Sony TV. Please watch this on a 100-inch 4K HDR on the YouTube. Savage, I want you to watch this in 4K HDR, and I think you will appreciate this in 4K HDR. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it on top of the Mount Everest. And we're going to take a photo, of course. We didn't come all the way up here for nothing. So we're on top of the Mount Everest, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a photo. Hold on. Look at that. On top of the Mount Everest, man. How cool is that, bro? Look at that. On top of the Mount Everest, man. Look at that. Just look at this, man. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there you have it, 34 minutes. Like I said, I knew that there's no way that I can make this video any shorter than 34 minutes. Like I said, happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe out there. Godspeed. Happy Thanksgiving. And I have a few more videos down the pipeline that I want to share with you guys before Thanksgiving. But I figured this would really be a great video for Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are enjoying some of these 4K HDR videos. I mean, after all, I'm Mr. 4K upscaler, so might as well give you some 4K HDR greatness. And this is Xbox Series X. Like I said, Xbox Series X handles this game and many other games pretty good. I think the power of the Xbox Series X is underappreciated, to be honest. Anyway, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, Mount Everest. I have made it on the Mount Everest. Beautiful view. And don't forget, you can turn on your VR. You can put on the VR headset and you can be here with your friends and enjoy the scenery, have a podcast, have a party chat. There's so much you can do, man. This is the beauty of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Just in time for holidays and just in time for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next video.